with the Christmas season comes what? Santa, candy canes, headaches from shopping, nativity scenes? Well, but this year, instead of being surrounded by adoring animals, baby Jesus is surrounded by a cage. That's right. Why are we in Massachusetts again? Massachusetts church is trying to send a message about Trump's immigration policy by putting the baby Jesus in a big square cage. Where are the three wise men? Separated by a metal fence, reading the book Deportation. Here's the pastor defending this decision.
65 million refugees worldwide seeking a better way of life. And we were wondering what that might look like 2,000 years ago if this family encountered the same dynamics that are taking place in our own country right now.
First of all, if he's a priest, where's his collar? Although I like the plaid, looking good, but could we find a collar? And that's not the first time, by the way, this church has waded into politics. Last year, that same nativity scene had baby Jesus surrounded by a list of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history. Joining me now with reaction, Dan Bongino, host of the Dan Bongino Show. Dan, how is this? This is literally separating church and state with the cage, right? Maybe that's where we are?
You know, Laura, I read an interesting piece a while ago about how the government had this really incredible success with stopping smoking. And the reason they did was because everyone out there knew someone who smoked, right? So they knew how to talk to those people. It was a mom, a dad, a brother, right? The problem with liberals is, as in with this case, the priest and the folks in the church said, well, we were just looking to spark a conversation. This way? Like, why would liberals want to spark a conversation? Do they always do it in the worst way possible, like taking advantage of a nativity scene? It reminds me of, like, the Kaepernick case, right? He takes a knee. Okay, you want to talk about police use of force? Fine. But he puts a pair of socks on with cops depicted as pigs. It's just like, listen, we can talk about immigration, but clearly liberals have not learned that putting a cage around baby Jesus is probably not the way to, quote, spark a conversation.
In some parts of the country, they had to actually kind of put baby Jesus and have ties to the ground because people would steal the baby Jesus. I mean, people would take the wise men, that's why a live nativity scene is always better. It's harder to physically take the people and the animals, but they actually will steal them. So at first when I saw it, I think, oh God, they really need a lot of security here for the manger scene, but they're trying to make a point. All right, so the lefty priest says this in the Boston Globe. We thought we would kind of put a mirror image of what it would look like if this happened 2,000 years ago. It's kind of a mirror image of where we are at today. Move over, Thomas Aquinas. What? I don't even understand that. Yeah. What is he talking about? He needs a mirror and... Go ahead. 2,000
years ago, Laura, we didn't have the Airbus or the 747, okay? There wasn't a way to transport millions of people into a sovereign nation at any given time. Listen, with all due respect, I'm a practicing Catholic. I love my faith. My wife is an immigrant to this country. I'm not anti-immigrant. I'm anti-law breaking. You have to come here legally like my wife did. This isn't a complicated argument. And one more thing, to the liberals, do you have to be a blowtorch on everything? Do you have to blow up? And I mean, they've destroyed Halloween. Halloween now, every costume, every parent has to worry if it's cultural appropriation. You couldn't wear the Black Panther costume, apparently, if your kid wasn't black. This was an actual controversy. They blew up Thanksgiving for colonialism or whatever liberal victimhood of the day. Can we just leave baby Jesus alone?
They're not fun people.
Friends don't let friends mess with baby Jesus. Just leave baby Jesus alone. Let us enjoy Christmas. I'm begging you. Just give us one holiday.
Dan, there's no room at the inn for baby Jesus, and there's no room in America for the thousands and thousands of people in Tijuana. Okay, it's a mirror image, as this priest said. No wonder fewer people are going to church. Stick with the gospel and leave the theatrics and the props to other people. Dan, thank you so much.